Alright guys, Papa Pepper here, once again down on the homestead. Talking about another one of the plants that we're choosing to grow on our homestead and why. This one happens to be the American Beautyberry. As you can tell, it's a very interesting growing plant. Common from Florida to Maryland, across Texas, Arkansas, down into the Caribbean a bit. Find it in Mexico. It's going to be a bush, a shrub. I've seen them taller than me. They're just a nice wild plant around here, but there are a few cultivars too. People have used them over the years for a variety of reasons. Personally, they are a beautiful ornamental. I definitely agree with that, and that's why a lot of people grow them. They'll have one nice out in their yard. Looks beautiful, looks crazy. September, October, they start with the actual berries. Before that, they have little flowers that turn into little green ones. Eventually they ripen into that wonderful, wonderful purple color there. Now these guys are edible, but they are astringent. Definitely not as bad as an unripe persimmon or something like that. But they recommend that people only eat the uncooked ones in small quantities. I'm kind of a forager. As I'm working, as I'm doing things, I like to munch, I like to enjoy things, so if I plant them here and there across property, when they're in season, I'll be munching on them while I work. They do have a sweet flavor to them too, kind of, but it's mixed with that astringent kind of bitter flavor, and I like them, but opinions vary, as with anything. And the leaves of these, actually, people used to take them and crush them up and stuff them under the bridles on their horses or things like that, because there's a compound in here known as a natural mosquito repellent. So we'll crush them up like that, rub them on our skin, that type of stuff. I like naturally occurring stuff a lot more than the chemicals, and I know that sometimes the amount of certain things in wild plants can vary based on the soil content, the nutrients, that type of thing. So a lot of times scientists will try to isolate whatever it is that specifically has the effect. In this case, mosquito repellent. And then once they isolate that, they try to reproduce that, make it on their own. I still just kind of trust what's been provided out in the wild over kind of man's attempts at reproducing that. So first of all, we do have a wonderful ornamental. Something super cool, can grow out in the yard. People could be like, whoa, what is that? And then we have a mosquito repellent as well, and something that can be used as a food. As far as food use, people do make jams and jellies and stuff out of them too. And then people have been known to make an herbal tea out of the roots. So this stuff, to me, I haven't messed around with it much. I've definitely got couple of them, put some on the boulevard, got some plans for some other ones different places. Looking at propagating, it looks like it would propagate about as easy as a mulberry or fig or something along that lines. Not sure yet, but I'll be doing that moving forward. And then again, just another thing that since it has so many different uses, the herbal tea, the potential food source, the mosquito repellent, and as an ornamental, I think it's a good one just to start as many as I can, and then once again bartering, trading, selling, having for other people who might be interested in the same thing. Found some last year out in the wild, just looked beautiful. It was kind of an old field, and there were some popping up here and there in it, but just wonderful, just beautiful. There's also a plant, I think from China originally, that they call strawberry chopsticks, I think, but it looks like this, only red. And they kind of grow on a stick like that. I think the leaves are said to be kind of spinach-like, and then it's got some sort of berry on it too. I'm going to look into that one more too. But this is the American Beautyberry. So just another plant we plan on growing on our homestead. Pop out.